This Hall of Fame game wasn't just another preseason warm-up. It shook up the entire Chargers roster outlook. We saw unexpected breakouts, real position battles heat up, and yes, some glaring problems exposed that could change how this team heads into week. So, here's the question. Are the Chargers trending in the right direction, or did this game reveal more concerns than we thought? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because there's a lot to unpack here. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. All right, let's start with the basics. Chargers versus Lions. And yeah, I know, it's the preseason. Some people call these fake games, but let me tell you, this didn't feel fake. This game was actually fun to watch. It was refreshing, and honestly, it was one of the sharper preseason openers I've seen from the Chargers in years. Usually these openers are snooze fests, but this one had energy, execution, big plays. The team came out focused and ready, and that tone set the stage for some major revelations across the roster. Let's start under the center, because Trey Lance showed up. This was easily the most confident and in-control version of Lance we've seen in a Chargers unit. The poise, the decision-making, the touch on his throws. It all looked polished. He wasn't forcing anything. He wasn't panicking. He was running the offense like a guy who belongs. His chemistry with KeAndre Lambert-Smith stood out immediately. He hit a beautiful deep ball. He worked through progression. He even had a couple smart throwaways instead of trying to play hero ball. And that pocket presence, way better. You could tell he was seeing the field, not just reacting. Now look, it's one preseason game, I get that, but if you're evaluating a QB2 battle, this was exactly what you wanted to see from Trey Lance. Speaking of KeAndre Lambert-Smith, what a performance. He wasn't just productive, he looked explosive. That slant touchdown, filthy release, smooth route, instant acceleration, and he made a vertical grab in tight coverage that just screamed, "I'm here." Lambert-Smith has been having a solid camp, but this game put him on the map. And this isn't just hype. He missed spring practices, came in a little under the radar, and still made a statement. He's no longer on the roster bubble. He's firmly in rotation now. Now, to be fair, we got to put it in perspective. Day 3, rookie wide receivers historically don't pop right away. Guys like Puka Nacua or Amon-Ra St. Brown are the exception. It's rare. So, while Lambert-Smith had a great night, he'll need consistency. But given where he started and what we saw, he's ahead of schedule. The talent is real, and he's not alone. The entire Chargers wide receiver room is coming together nicely. Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, Trey Harris, Lambert-Smith, all bringing different skill sets. All are making plays. Suddenly, that urgency to go sign a veteran is fading. The team didn't even chase someone like Terry McLaurin despite the trade buzz. That says something. I guess this is a big win for the whole WR room, and deep down, this is what I truly want. And it's not just us on the outside noticing. There was a report from Matthew Berry where a Chargers safety straight up said Lambert-Smith is that dude. Internally, they believe in him, and that's starting to show with his increasing reps. If he keeps stacking these performances, we could see him running with the ones real soon. Now, back to Trey Lance. Honestly, it wasn't just the stat line. It was the traits. There was a play where he could have scrambled. Easy. But instead, he stayed poised, looked downfield, scanned, and made the smart throwaway. That's a quarterback maturing. He hit Will Dissly on a nice touch throw for a score. He found Lambert-Smith deep. He took checkdowns when nothing was there. You love seeing that kind of discipline. This version of Lance looked more polished than ever. Now that raises the question, is Trey Lance pulling ahead of Taylor Heinicke? Heinicke didn't play in this one, but Lance made the most of the spotlight, and it wasn't close. He looked more decisive, more in control. The door is open. Now, I do think they'll keep 3 quarterbacks, especially with Lance still needing experience. But if this continues, we could absolutely see Heinicke on the trade block. And now moving to running backs, it wasn't just the Omarion Hampton show. We saw Kamani Vidal, Hassan Haskins, Nyheim Miller-Hines, and Jarrett Patterson all flash. Vidal showed juice near the goal line. Haskins was a bulldozing dude. Miller-Hines brought speed and return value. And Patterson looked great catching out of the backfield. No one dominated the carries. They rotated heavily. That RB4 spot, it's wide open. And Rocket Sanders didn't even play. This battle is just getting started, and we are enjoying it. Now, flipping to defense, let's talk about Nico Reed. What a debut. Picked off a pass, broke up another, 2 special teams tackles, 0 yards allowed in coverage, all while battling through injury. The guy made plays everywhere. He's already drawing comparisons to Tarheeb Still with his instincts. And most importantly, he's capitalizing on extra reps with guys like Dante Jackson and Benjamin St-Juste sidelined. If he keeps this up, he's not just making the team, he's climbing the depth chart. And don't sleep on Reed's special teams value either. 2 big tackles, gunner work. And here's the thing, he played fewer second-half snaps than his competition. That could mean the coaches already see him as a roster lock. And after so many injuries piling up in the secondary, Reed's versatility is exactly what they need. Speaking of that cornerback room, it's been beat up. Cam Hart, Tarheeb Still, Dante Jackson, all missing time. That's opened the door for UDFAs and younger guys. And the competition has actually looked solid. There's no star corner, but they might have 6 or 7 legit contributors. If the group can stay healthy, then there's real depth here. And, everything was not pretty smooth. If you have watched the game live, you witnessed the edge rush depth was a big concern. Caleb Murphy had a sack and a good tackle. Tremont Morris-Brash had a flash play. But Kyle Kennard, invisible. And overall, there was almost no consistent pressure. Behind Khalil Mack, Tuli Tuipulotu, and Bud Dupree, the drop-off is steep. They need someone to emerge fast or bring in help. Same story with the interior defensive line. Naquan Jones and Murphy had their moments. But Dashawn Hand, Otito Ogbonia, Kyle Kennard, they all couldn't beat backups. And yeah, I get it, Jesse Minter's not showing his full scheme yet, but come on. You still expect one-on-one win. The lack of disruption up front was disappointing. And at center, same old story we are discussing this whole off-season. Zion Johnson at center, he's not working. 2 drives, 1 high snap, 1 fumbled exchange. And these weren't new problems. It's been happening since camp. Now, I feel for the guy. He's out of position. But basic snap consistency has to be there. If not, you're risking turnovers in real games. It's probably time to make Bradley Bozeman the starter at center and move Zion back to guard. Get the O-line settled. Week 1's coming fast. You have only 3 preseason games to test this. Someone asked if there is a possibility of trading Zion Johnson. My short answer number, look, he's struggling at center, but he still has guard value. Trading him would leave the team dangerously thin on the interior O-line, unless it's a player-for-player swap that fills a glaring need. I don't see it happening. Junior Colson led the team in defensive snaps. 41 reps. He didn't flash much live, but made some physical tackles. And to be honest, I am most impressed with the special team. That unit looked really sharp. 2 forced turnovers. 1 on the opening kickoff. Caleb Murphy, Kendall Williamson, both made impact plays. And outside of a missed kick by Cameron Dicker, the group was dialed in. Clean, disciplined, and fast. That's a credit to Ryan Ficken and the depth guys. Overall, this win was necessary to boost team morale and to tell the NFL what the Chargers can do with this depth, but I guess this is not the time to focus on win, but the issues and missing pieces we have seen in this game. Next 3 preseason games will tell us everything clearly. Keep your eyes focused.